The objective of this video is to recall the prominent DevSecOps tools that are used by the development team to integrate security throughout the DevOps pipeline. There are various different popular tools which can be used in order to ensure that your data and your processes are secure throughout your DevOps lifecycle. But before we start exploring those tools, let's try to understand what roles tools will play when we implement it in DevSecOps. First role is focus on data and security which can be applied on data. Second, always have open contribution and collaboration over security specific requirements. It's not that you should only focus on business requirement, rather you should focus on security requirements as well exclusively. Third, consumable security services with APIs over mandated security control and paperwork. This is what is one of the benefits that we get out of security tools. Fourth is business-driven security scores. Your tools will provide you a well-drafted, well-curated, and graphical scores which helps you to identify business-driven security analytics. Tools will provide capability of having 24/7 proactive security because they can run as a process taking care of various different resources. Tools are also responsible to provide shared threat intelligence. In other words, whatever threats are already identified and cured, they can be taken care automatically by generating internal intelligence within the tool itself. And finally, tools are capable of generating all the compliance reports as well. In other words, tools will facilitate you to have compliance operations over clipboards and various different checklists. Now let's try to categorize the tools that we will be using in DevOps pipeline, keeping in mind security. First tool is the code analysis tool. Security will be integrated in your code itself. Second is the change management tools, which are applied when you change any aspect of your application. Third is compliance monitoring. There are certain tools whose focus is always on compliances. Then we have threat investigation tool, and finally vulnerability management tools. Now let's try to demonstrate a workflow and how security is integrated in continuous delivery workflow. We start the entire workflow of CI/CD from code. Now you need to ensure that you do static code analysis and code reviews to see in case if there are certain statements which are prone to security threats. Next is the commit, which you make to a code repository. You need to ensure that right level of security is applied and you work in private repository instead of working in public repository. From there, whenever commit is made, your CI pipeline starts, which includes build and test. During build and test, you need to do unit testing, static code analysis, identifying various different type of vulnerabilities, doing load and performance test. Apart from that, also conducting pen test and infrastructure scan to identify various security vulnerabilities. After testing is done, you'll move to CD pipeline, which includes review, staging, and production. During these three phases of CD pipeline, you have to do passive penetration test, you have to do SSL scan, you have to do infrastructure scan in order to ensure that your production is well protected. Now we'll focus on some of the tools which can be used to integrate security in your DevOps and provide DevSecOps operations. There are some of the popular tools which we are going to name here. First is Threat Modeler, Contrast Security, Continuum Security, and ElastAlert. Using these four tools, you can integrate security in your DevOps. Let's go and explore each one of them and identify fundamental features. Threat Modeler is a cloud tool which automatically builds threat models for cloud infrastructure. Apart from that, it also manages cloud native security by providing a comprehensive security framework. It provides capability of reusing the templates which were created earlier, enhancing reusability capability. Integrates with CI/CD pipeline with not much of effort. And finally, it is also a tool that does continuous monitoring to identify or to track various threats. Then we have contrast security. Objective is to find all the vulnerabilities and fix it. Second objective is it automates all the open source risk management. And finally, contrast security keeps a track and works on principle of visualize and stop attacks everywhere. Now we'll move to Continuum Security, which is combination of various different components. To start with, we have Fortify, which provides complete cybersecurity solutions, and it is designed to meet the need of businesses by delivering proper managed services. Then we have Continuum Command, which provides capability of specifying various commands that can be used in order to detect and manage security. Third important tool that is provided by Continuum is Continuum Recover, which protects, recovers, and secures data at rest. Apart from securing data at rest, it also secures data in transit in cloud by using AES 265 level encryption. Next, we have Assist, which is Continuum Assist, which offers 24/7 365 days expertise and support for all the customers, which increases the confidence in the tool. And finally, we have Continuum Enable that helps us to engage in training when it works best for you at your time. Finally, let's discuss about ElastAlert. And first feature is provides a simple framework to generate alerts for all the anomalies and spikes identified. Second, it provides metric aggregator. In other words, from existing metrics, it will create summarized matrices in order to take the decisions. Third, helps you to set different rules in order to generate the alerts. And finally, it uses Elasticsearch database, keeping values in form of key value pair, having capability of indexing, and projecting the data to various different analytics tools.